the 1 always goes with the mole, and the 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd always goes with the atom. What you need is this equality right here, and that is going to give you the two ratios that you need to convert. So all we need to know is the ratio. What is the relationship between moles and particles? So there it is, Avogadro's number, and there's two ways to use that. Remember, if you have an equality, you can use that as a ratio to convert between units. So these are our two ratios. Let's look at a couple of examples. So if we want to know how many atoms is 6.5 moles of copper, let's write our given. This is how we always do conversions. 6.5 moles of copper. Now we know we want to convert that to atoms, so don't stop. Go ahead and draw your conversion factor. Now listen, write this out. Don't just go to the calculator. I want you to write this out. Now the unit that we have, we want to cancel it when we multiply, so we're going to put that unit on the bottom, and the unit that we want is going to go on the top. So I want to go from moles to atoms. Okay, now this is when you ask yourself, what is the relationship? Well, I'm looking at the equality right there. The 1 always goes with the mole, and the 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd always goes with the atoms. Now look what happens when I multiply. Moles cancel, and I'm going to be left with atoms. Okay, now this is a number in scientific notation. Let me show you how to enter this in your calculator. 6.02, now to use the 10 to the X button, you may have an EE function on your calculator. You may have an EXP button. So it makes more sense when we deal with scientific notation to use that exponent function there. And then this means times 10 to the, and then we're going to enter the exponent. Okay, and so when we use the calculator, we're going to get 3.9 times 10 to the 24th atoms. Now, does that make sense? Well, sure, 1 mole is 6 times 10 to the 23rd, so that looks like 6.5 moles. Okay, and when you sig figs here, we started with 2, and then we end up with 2. So you're going to see 3.9, a bunch of digits, and then way out to the end, you're going to see an E24. Don't write down E24. E24 means times 10 to the 24th. So that's going to be showing on your calculator in most cases. All right, let's see if we can convert the opposite direction. What if we're given number of molecules? Let's write the given here. 2.75 times 10 to the 22nd molecules. And we want to convert to moles. Okay, so I always write my units first. Don't put the numbers in. Whatever unit that you have, you want to put opposite. So molecules is on the top. Now molecules is on the bottom. Hey, you may want to put a 1 right here just so you remember your multiplying fractions. All right, now we want to go from molecules to moles. Okay, now I have my units set up. I know it's going to work because I can see that molecules will cancel and I'll be left with moles. Now let's put the numbers in. Well, the 1 always goes with the molecule, and the 6.02 goes with the molecules. Okay, so now when I multiply, what's going to happen? My units go, so I'm going to do division. And so in the calculator, you would do 2.75, then your EE function, okay, and then the 22nd, and then you would divide by 6.02 EE 23, and you would get, what kind of number would you expect here? More than a mole or less than a mole? You can tell that it's going to be less than a mole. It's going to be a fraction of a mole. I want to hold on to 3 sig figs, which is what I started with, 0.0457 moles. All right, so now you know how to convert back and forth between moles and number of particles. All you need is this equality right here, and that is going to give you the two ratios that you need to convert.